G'day everybody, welcome. We're going to cruise up to Arkaroola. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got 3 plane videos to do. We're going to check out some pretty cool aircraft and we're going to have a look at the South Australian outback. Stay tuned.
The Australian outback is a vast wilderness and there's no better way to access it than with a light aeroplane. With views like this, and even this one, sometimes you'd be forgiven for thinking that it's the surface of Mars. This is Michael from Deadstick Adventures. Come with us as we explore Arkaroola in outback South Australia in our Cherokee 6.
Morning everybody, here we are at Murray Bridge Aerodrome. We're going to jump in this beautiful little Cherokee 6, a 300 horsepower Cherokee 6, so it's a lot of fun, and we're going to cruise up to Lee Creek, fill our tanks again because it drinks 16 gallons an hour, and then we're going to jump across to Arkaroola, fly into a little bush strip called Arkaroola, and we're going to go and check out Arkaroola for a couple of days. Headsets, let's roll.
Murray traffic, Cherokee 6, India Sierra Bravo enters backtracks 19 for departure to the north range. Okay, 30 degrees sun, nice. Okay, let's go. 3 greens. Oil pressure's good, temperature's good. Developing full power. There's full power. Airspeed's alive, let's go flying. Murray traffic, Cherokee 6, India Sierra Bravo departs upwind, departs downwind rather, runway 190, passing through 1,200 on climb 6,500, Murray Bridge. There it is, 400 feet.
Hey, is this meant to be down or up?
No, it's down. Yep, and then just pull it, jump. Wanna do it? Okay, just hold that for a minute, I'll just go back to Murray Bridge. Yep. Oh shit. Yep, I'll just spot down. And Murray Bridge traffic, India Sierra Bravo is coming back in for a straight in on 19. I just had a door pop in, so if we can have priority, that'd be great. I can see the aircraft about to take off. We'll be down in about a minute or so. So this is a bit of fun. We had a door pop open on takeoff. I've never had that happen before, but I've just set us up with 2 stages of flap in a slow glide. And we're going to put down on the runway and shut that door properly.
What a good start to the trip.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. You're going to have something go wrong, and if this is what goes wrong, I'm okay with it. Oh yeah, I can feel the buffet from it. It's not too bad though. Okay, let's just have a look.
There we go.
Oh, you got it down? That's latched. Okay, beautiful.
Double check the other one.
Okay, let's focus on what we've got to do now. Hatches and harnesses are definitely secure. They both are. Beautiful. Murray traffic, Cherokee 6, India Sierra Bravo. Departs downwind, runway 19, passing 1,400 on climb at 5,500. Tracking to the north for Sanderson. Murray Bridge, thanks for the assist there, boys. So, we are heading up here. So there's Manham off to our right hand side there. So we're going to head all the way up here, dead north. We're going to avoid this Romeo area here. This one's NOTAM 8,500, so we'll just check that on. I've checked that earlier. I'm just going to double check that now, and then going to head straight through here, overhead Peterborough, and then all the way up north to Lee Creek, and then from Lee Creek we're going to go straight east, and we're going to go to Arkaroola. Beautiful. So I just called up Melbourne Centre just to check the status of the 2 Romeo areas that we're going to go through. So Romeo 265 Delta and Romeo 265 Charlie. They're both active. 265 Charlie's above 8,500. 265 Delta's above 9,500. So what we're going to do is go through the middle of them at 6,500 and we'll be clear of the Romeo areas. Always something to be aware of. I checked the NOTAMs and it looked like they were active, so I wanted to verify that with Centre. Got that verified, and so we're going to just cruise through. There's a danger area below it, but a Romeo area above it, so we can go through the danger area with no problem. Just got to keep a sharp lookout. Okay everybody, here we are. We are 38 miles out of Lee Creek. At 35 miles we're going to start our descent, so that we've got a nice slow 500 feet a minute descent into Lee Creek. Hopefully pick up some ground speed and pick up a little bit of time at the same time. And we'll be on the ground, and what we'll do when we're in Lee Creek is put some fuel in this aircraft, because we've burned a lot. But let's not think about that. Yeah, let's just keep going. So here we are 11 miles out of Lee Creek. So what we're going to do, we're descending through 4,200 now. So what we're going to do is join a midfield crosswind on runway 11 at Lee Creek. And we've got the airstrip in sight, so just a matter of keeping this descent going. And we're slipping along about 155 knots over the ground, which is nice because we have previously been doing about 130. So on descent, obviously pick up some speed, which is cool. Lee Creek traffic. India Sierra Bravo, Cherokee 6 joins a midfield crosswind for a full stop on 11 Lee Creek. Okay, coming into land, everything's good there. Let's get brakes are there, undercarriage is down, mixture is rich, fuel pump is on, and hatches and harnesses are secure. Alright, power's coming back. Beautiful thing about this aeroplane is it washes off speed super fast because it's got that big slab wing. So came in a little bit hot there, a little bit high, but now that approach is right on profile. Thank you, aeroplane. Making up for my shitty pilotage. There we go, short final. There it is, power's away. There she goes. Beautiful. Lee Creek traffic, Cherokee 6 India Sierra Bravo's backtracking. One for the Bowser. Lee Creek.
Beautiful. Well, here we are in the bustling metropolis of Lee Creek. Let's put some fuel in the airplane. This one's going to hurt the pocket.
We organised this trip as an air safari and set the muster point as Lee Creek, which is about 2 hours flight north of Adelaide. It's a small airfield with fuel on site that various organisations use, like the Royal Flying Doctor Service, National Parks and Wildlife, and of course, it's a good fuel stop for general aviation pilots like us. Don't go expecting a restaurant though, it's a totally unmanned strip.
So here we are in Lee Creek. We made it. All of the aircraft. We've got a Cherokee 6 India Sierra Bravo, which Josh and myself flew up. We have a Cessna 210 Centurion, which Richard flew up. That's a cool aeroplane. We also have Yankee Papa Mike, a Hawk XP. We did a video on that. I'm going to link to it up here or over there or down here, wherever Josh decides to put it. We've also got an RB9A that Don flew up, and then another Cessna Hawk XP. Now in that Hawk XP video, Ash said they were rare. I reckon he's wrong. What do you think? Comment down below. Let's rock and roll, shall we?
Lee Creek traffic. Cherokee 6 India Sierra Bravos. Departing off upwind, passing 7,000 on climb 2,500, tracking 090 for Balkanuna. Lee Creek.
Well, we're here. We arrived at Balkanuna Airstrip, and I can see Richard just coming in now, and there's a bunch of guys behind him. So what we're going to do is secure the plane, and I'm hot and sweaty, so I'm going to go and get a beer.
Arriving at Balkanuna as a group was great. We got to watch everyone land and we enjoyed the spectacular views of the Arkaroola ranges as well. After tying down our aeroplanes, we radioed the headquarters for a bus into the village, and that took about 30 minutes.
But there's something over here I reckon you need to see.
What do I need to see? Show me. What is it? Where?
Right there.
Oh my god, there's a swimming pool. Oh.
Oh.
Not very deep.
After arriving in Arkaroola village after that flight, I was ready for a good feed and a sleep. We had a great dinner, a couple of low-key drinks, then it was off to bed for an early start on Saturday.
So here we are on a beautiful Saturday morning in Arkaroola. Everybody's had some breakfast. We jumped down there, pretty standard continental breakfast. It's pretty damn good actually, especially because we're in the outback. Rooms were comfortable, air conditioning, which was absolutely lovely. It cools down overnight here in the desert, so we got a beautiful sleep. All the other boys are doing the ridgetop tour, which is going to be a ton of fun. Jump in the back of a troopy and drive about 3 hours out into the Arkaroola wilderness, have a cup of tea at the top of a mountain. Absolutely gorgeous. So they're going to do that. What we're going to do is shoot off and have a look at Doug's 207, Doug's Oster. So here we are driving this 100 series, pretty impressed. Best crew car yet? Maybe best crew car yet. Certainly most capable crew car yet. Thanks to Doug for lending us the vehicle. We're going to go out to the airstrip, check the rain gauge for him, and also have a look at the 207 and the Oster. So thanks again, Doug. You're a gem. This place is absolutely gorgeous. We love coming here. It's been a pretty wet year up here in Arkaroola. We've had some storms up north which have unfortunately dumped a lot of rain on Queensland, but they've brought some nice rain down here. Now, we were talking to Doug Sprigg last night, and he said that this is the greenest it's been since 1976. He had an interesting fact about 1976. They had 95,000 goats on the pasture. They killed 95,000 goats every year to try and control the goat population over a period of about a decade. And what the goats would do is completely denude all of the hills around here. So all the greenery that you see, completely gone. So what happened in 1976, Cyclone Tracy came through and it dumped a whole load of rain here at Arkaroola. In fact, they got a metre of rain on Australia Day, or the day after Australia Day. And what that did was turn the whole place into a quagmire, because all of the silt that was sitting on the top of these hills got washed into these valleys, which is where the roads are. And Doug had a pretty cool story, and it looked like a dry, dusty road, but the water had come up from underneath and made it really muddy underneath the dust. So the vehicle goes in, sinks down, straight down to the diff, straight down to the body, bang, on the ground. Could not get it out, couldn't move it. So then they took out another vehicle, boom, same thing. So then they took the grader down there. Okay, cool. So we got a grader, a vehicle, and snatch straps between them, pulling them out, boom, the grader gets stuck. So then they had a D6 bulldozer, and they took the D6 bulldozer out there and tried to get the grader and the two vehicles out. Nope, that got stuck too. So then they had a D9 bulldozer that they took all the way down to this valley, trundled it all the way down to this valley. It was kilometres away from where the D9 was actually housed, because they used the D9 to cut all these tracks. And guess what happened? The D9 got stuck as well. So what they did was packed up, went home, had some dinner, had to come back about a week later and dig these vehicles out. Just arrived here at the Arkaroola airstrip, so we're going to go and check the rain gauge for Doug, see if there's been any rain overnight, and have a look in that hangar for the 207 and the Oster. Big spider, big spider. Another really big spider.
Holy shit.
Let's see if we get some scale on that. Oh, as big as my palm, I reckon. That is a big spider. So check this out, we found this massive spider. This is when Australians talk about big spiders. It's not little huntsman spiders that eat insects and stuff. This is what we mean. Come check it out. So he's there, and now he's moving. I reckon he's this big. Yeah, I reckon he's got to be that big. He's a big boy. And check out where his web, so his web is all the way down here, and it's tied off to this plant. You can see that plant's bent over just from his web. Like, I can pull on that and it's noticeably difficult. That's unbelievable. That is a rain gauge, and the rain gauge says empty. Sorry, Doug. All right, you ready for the big reveal? Here we go. We need every inch of door opening for those big wings. There we go, easy. So while we're up here at Arkaroola, we're going to do a couple of videos on a couple of cool aeroplanes. This Oster J1N, I've actually had the chance to fly it, so I'm going to share my experience with you guys. That video is coming out soon. We're also going to do a video on this wicked 207, which is a stretch 206. And this aircraft, you can actually book a tour in, so you can go up and have a look at the beautiful spots around the Arkaroola region in this airplane. Definitely worth looking at if you come up to Arkaroola. And I love chatting to Doug, and I'm a little bit jealous of Doug because he's got 4 airplanes in his collection. He's got this 172, and then behind me there he's got this RV6 as well. So he's got a selection of really cool airplanes to fly. So if you get the opportunity, come and fly into Arkaroola. Just give Arkaroola Village a buzz and just let them know that you want to fly in here. You can come in, you can land, you can fuel up, and it's a beautiful little spot. So we just got back from the airstrip, and I'm absolutely exhausted from the sun and the heat and the flies. But that's okay, because we've got a bunch of videos done, which is really exciting. And now we're just going to sit down, have some lunch, and relax for the afternoon by the pool. It's going to be awesome. Morning everybody, here we are. It is a gorgeous morning at Arkaroola Airstrip, and I am a lucky boy because I get to fly that. I'm here with Doug Sprigg, who's the owner of Arkaroola and the owner of Sierra Charlie India. Doug, say good day to everybody.
Hi there, yeah, welcome to Arkaroola, and yeah, I don't want him checking me flying, so he's doing the flying.
Sounds good, I'll be right hand seat. So I've got some 206
left.
timed. I'm looking forward.
Left hand.
Oh, is it left hand seat?
Oh yeah, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, is it left hand seat?
Well then
okay.
it's all your fault.
Oh, there you go. Well, that
Yeah.
way I can be pilot in command.
Yeah.
Perfect, well that'll work. Let's go.
Yep. Lowest and the highest exhaust gas.
Sierra Charlie India was brand new in 1979, and it came straight from the Cessna factory to Arkaroola, and it's been here ever since. Doug explained to me that SCI has about 9,000 hours on the aircraft, and over 8,000 of those are his hours. I can imagine loading this plane up with 7 passengers and running scenic flights around Arkaroola. It would be a blast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we'll do an in-depth walk around of this really cool airplane over the coming weeks.
Oh, how cool was that? I got to fly a Cessna 207. I've had some time in a 206. The 207 was really cool. As we came into land there, the tailplane gets into ground effect and it's got this beautiful pitching moment. So it just sits like it's sitting back. You think you're going to slam it on, then as soon as it gets into ground effect, it just goes boop and sits there and helped me grease the landing. So very cool aeroplane. I've now got a Cessna 207 in my logbook. Absolutely stoked. Thank you, Doug. Okay, Richard, we're here at Balcanoona. We're about to depart back to Murray Bridge, or back to Aldinga in your case. What was your favourite part of the trip, mate?
Oh, well, of course, the flight up here and looking forward to the flight back, of course, via Murray Bridge for coffee. However, the favourite part of the trip was certainly the ridgetop tour.
Yeah?
It was unbelievable, and the culmination of it on that very high little point where the vehicles had to manoeuvre to turn around and huge drops off it. Yeah.
It's worth doing, isn't it, if you come to Arkaroola? Strongly recommended.
Absolutely, strongly recommended.
Hi, John. We had a great trip. I enjoyed it. What was your favourite part?
Gee, it was all great, but it would be very hard to go past that ridgetop tour. That was just an experience I'll never forget, really. You know, the people are exceptionally friendly, the service was great. You know, the prices were pretty good too for somewhere out here and some of the things that, you know, were on offer.
Phil, what was your favourite part, mate?
Definitely ridgetop tour.
Ridgetop tour.
Flying up, of course. So
yeah.
Just going over that terrain in a 4x4.
I reckon flying over Wilpena Pound was awesome, and the first time in a light plane, so that was great. It's just a whole new perspective that you can never get from the land, I guess.
Thank you for coming, guys. It's been a blast.
Thanks for inviting us. It's been an absolute awesome weekend.
What did you think of the trip, mate? What was your favourite part?
Oh, well, I mean, I enjoyed flying up, of course, but I mean, Arkaroola is just fantastic. The ridgetop tour, which is, you know, just unbelievable. Stargazing that evening, looking through that telescope was just phenomenal. So
that was spectacular, wasn't it?
It was good.
Yeah, that astronomy tour made me feel like my life is fairly insignificant, which is actually a really good perspective.
You realise we're a long way away from everything. So
it's a very vast universe out there.
Yeah,
awesome,
absolutely.
mate. Well, thank you for coming. It's been a ton of fun.
Yeah, and I look forward to the next one.
So here we are. We're at Balkanuna. It's the end of the trip. We've done an interview with everybody. Everybody said the ridgetop tour was absolutely fantastic. I've done it. It's amazing. If you come up to Arkaroola, you've got to give it a shot. I think my favourite part, besides flying up here and down and back home again, is the astronomy tour. So telescopes trained in deep space live, and they were using video and stacking frames and doing it all right in front of us, which is absolutely incredible. What was amazing about it was these big screens where he's training the telescope on various parts of the cosmos, and you can see these nebulas and you can see these galaxies, and it was unbelievable. Strongly recommended. So now that we're at the end of this tour, I'm starting to think about the next one. We've got a couple of ideas around South Australia that we can do some flying, even into Victoria. If you're interested, if you're in Australia, if you're anywhere in the world, in fact, jump on the Command Flight Training Facebook page and send me a message. I'll jump in it and we'll plan the next one, let you know when it is. You can come out to Australia if you're international. We'll actually train you up and put you in one of our aircraft. Or if you're from Australia, just fly down to Murray Bridge. Come and rent one of our planes and we'll have a bunch of fun together. We'll do a Deadstick adventure. So we're going to jump in India Sierra Bravo, fly back to Murray Bridge, about 2 hours. So it's going to be a pretty easy trip. Blue skies all the way, which will be nice. If you liked what we did here, I hope you do. Drop a comment down below, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified when we put up a new episode. And if you want to join us on one of these tours, jump on Command Flight Training Facebook page and hit me up and we'll get you involved. We all pre-flighted our aircraft and headed out as a group for home. It was an awesome trip. I'm really looking forward to the next one.